In today's show, let's take a look at some factors involved in running an organization here in Japan. Welcome back to Year 4 of this weekly edition every Friday of the Japan Business Mastery Show. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, Dale Carnegie franchise owner Tokyo, master trainer, president of Dale Carnegie Tokyo Training, and best-selling author of Japan Sales Mastery, Japan Business Mastery, and Japan Presentations Mastery. Zaegyo is the Japanese translation of Japan Sales Mastery. My new book is Stop Wasting Money on Training, or in Japanese, Training de okane o muru ni suru wa yamimashou. We are bringing the show to you from our studio in the High Performance Center here in Akasaka in Minato-ku, the business center of Tokyo. This is episode number 192, and we are talking about running the Japan operation. Before we get going, a quick word from our sponsor. If you want to be successful as a leader, do the Leadership Training for Managers course. All companies need people who can both manage and lead. Leading people screams out for real skills in communication, dealing with all different types of people, being excellent at innovation, planning, delegation, handling mistakes, doing performance reviews really well, and inspiring and motivating the team. Do the Leadership Training for Managers course now in either Japanese or English. Are you doing business with Japan? Do you really know how things work? Japan Business Mastery provides the answers. Do you have the right networks and know how to create them? Do you know how to get on the same wavelength with Japanese buyers? Do you know what being trustworthy looks like from the Japanese perspective? Japan Business Mastery is based on more than 30 years' experience in Japan and will become your go-to guide. Want to succeed in Japan? Buy Japan Business Mastery now. Welcome back. Okay, now it's time for the show. それでは行きましょう. So let's get going. Running the Japan operation. Running your own business is challenging anywhere, but Japan adds a bit of a spice to the broth. Unlike Western countries, where salespeople are prepared to work on a 100% commission basis, very few Japanese staff are attracted by that option. Again, this opportunity to move wage costs away from fixed to variable is less available here. This means there must be a base salary plus bonus or commission arrangement, and the base will be relatively high, especially if you are a foreign operation, as you need to attract potential employees. Of course, if you are a prestigious mega corporation encapsulated by a powerful brand, this attracting staff challenge may not be such an issue. If you're a small medium enterprise, an SME, then attracting people becomes more competitive. If your team needs to speak some English, some reasonable level of English, then the wage bill goes up immediately. There is also a limited supply of Japanese who want to work in an international environment, and that number is declining rapidly as less and less young people go overseas to study. We are currently in the midst of a real turning point regarding the internationalization of the younger generation. The young don't want to learn English, and they don't want to live overseas because everything is so wonderful here in Japan, and it's safe. In the future, they are going to become almost impossible to hire for SMEs, as we are simply outbid by bigger companies. Marketing in Japan, especially in Tokyo, is a remorseless pit into which you have to throw lots of money. Cold as opposed to warm approaches are also tricky. Sending a direct mail piece to someone unknown goes straight in the bin. Any email from an entity simply gets deleted unread. You can cold call here, but you really need to know the person's name. If you don't, you will usually get blocked at the entry point. Promised that your message will get passed on and a return call offered. If they're interested, you will never hear back from them. There is always the issue of what you're offering may work overseas, but it won't work here. If you bring global statistics, then there had better be a Japanese component of the survey, or the whole thing is just dismissed as irrelevant. That means you have to pay to run the same survey here to show the significance of your findings for the Japanese market. The good news is that in Japan, you do get paid by clients. Also, Japanese companies prefer the devil they know. So if you supply value, then you can expect repeat business. Staff are hardworking and diligent. People are honest, neat, polite, and things work here. Also, there is fantastic infrastructure. The rule of law applies here, and legal disputes that have to go to court are few and far between. Japan is still the third largest economy in the world. Many foreign companies have done well here. They've found the formula for success, but few have done that rapidly. Long-term planning, patience, grit, and sustainability take on different dimensions here in Japan. All in all, Japan is a land of opportunity. Progress just comes more slowly here and with great difficulty. But if you stick it out, then it will come. There are plenty of foreigners who have made a success of their businesses here. Adopt some samurai-style grit and keep going. I hope you enjoyed today's show, and so please subscribe on YouTube. Share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Become a regular. Hit the little bell icon to receive update notifications. Our website details are on screen now, www.dale-carnegie.cojp. It's packed with value, so certainly check it out. We try to offer as much value as possible, so you might also enjoy our other shows. In fact, we are releasing content 6 days a week. For podcasts, Mondays for the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, Tuesday for the Presentations Japan series, and every second Tuesday for the Business Tatsujin no Oshie show, Wednesdays for the Sales Japan series, Thursdays for the Leadership Japan series, and every second Thursday for the Business Pro Podcast show, Fridays for the Japan Business Mastery show, and Saturdays for Japan's top business interviews. Now you get these wherever you get your podcast. Also, every Monday we release the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Every second Thursday we release the Business Pro Television Show, and every Friday the Japan Business Mastery Show. Saturdays, every Saturday, we are releasing Japan's top business interviews. These are all on YouTube. We appreciate your support, and please let others know about it so they can benefit too. We want to make a contribution to helping people build their careers and businesses, and so please join with us in that endeavor. In episode number 193, we're talking about dealing with rejection in sales. Onegai itashimasu. Please join me next week to master business here, because that is what we all want, isn't it? Japan Business Mastery.